This episode is brought to you by Rocket Money. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/kindafunny. This episode is brought to you by Factor. Make healthier eating easy with Factor. Head to factormeals.com/kindafunny50 off and use the code kindafunny50 off to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
Today's stories include Forza Horizon 6's release date might have already leaked. What does share prices dropping mean for Nintendo and the first breakout video game hit of the year? We'll have all this and more because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. What's up and welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. Of course, I'm Tim Geddes and I'm joined today by Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Very good day, Tim.
Very good day to you. I feel like you might have had a good night last night.
I did have a good night last night.
Why is that?
I started Final Fantasy X for the very first time. Really cool game so far. I'm like an hour and a half in.
Okay.
Of course, I know this is one that is near and dear to your heart.
It
This
is.
is the one that Snow Mike played last year and fell absolutely in love with. And it's one that I've heard people talk about throughout the years, but I think I didn't realize how big the hype is for Final Fantasy X until very recently. I think it was Snow Mike playing it that put me on to how much people just love Final Fantasy. It was that and Clear Obscure Expedition 33.
Oh yeah.
a lot
Well,
of
they're
people
very
are kind of
similar.
equating those.
They're very similar games in terms of story and characters in a lot of
Yes.
ways. So I'm so excited for. Oh, and you're streaming it too.
Yeah, I'll stream it,
Oh,
yeah.
this is so awesome. Now I get to watch you react to so many amazing moments in this game. Do you
Oh,
think
let me
you're going to
tell you.
stick with it? I know it's early, but
I think so. Yeah, this was one that I've been calling this month BBL January.
Okay.
For big backlog
Love that.
January.
Uh-huh.
Of course, it's kind of like we kind of have the space. There are some video game releases, but there's not anything that's too big that's really speaking to me. And so I have the time.
Yeah.
I have the space to check out a game like this. And so far, I'm sticking with it. So far, I'm enjoying it. I'm like, here's what I saw last night.
Yeah.
I saw the sphere grid.
Uh-huh.
And that shit overwhelmed me.
Oh, don't
Overwhelmed me immediately.
Don't let it overwhelm you.
Okay.
It is very much it's at this point I feel like we've played so many video games that have role RPG elements, right?
Yeah.
Like the sphere grid is just a very very early example of just
Like a skill tree?
of a skill tree. That's
Okay.
it. You know what I mean? But it's the dopest one ever.
See?
And it's like Bless, what if I told you that it's all one grid and they all start in different parts of the grid and over time they can connect to each other?
I love that.
It's so damn cool.
I
You
love
can
that.
take characters any direction you want to go. Oh my god.
There's like
what
a moment where they tutorialize it. It's weird because it is like they hit you with a tutorial out of nowhere. And it's like, I love going back to a game from what year was this? 2002?
2002. Yeah.
Going back to a game from this era and like being like, okay, yes, this is bringing me back to it. But also seeing how I think far ahead.
2001 maybe?
2001.
One or two, sorry.
Seeing how far ahead this game was in terms of like, I mean, even FF7 I talk about this, but the pre-rendered cutscenes and how good that shit looks, the fashion of the characters, the world. There's like you get to the opening like segments of the game and you can see the city in the background, and I'm sure it's just like some JPEGs, but they do a really good job of placing them where I'm like, this looks beautiful.
Yeah, man. The look, the
I love
music
the
of this
style of
game.
this
Like
game.
Besaid Island is one of the standout locations for me in just video games. Like when you're walking around it, like there's some shots that are just to this day breathtakingly beautiful. Like it's
Yeah.
so damn cool. I'm so happy for you because I really think that this one's gonna hit with you. What do you feel about the combat?
I mean, I feel like I'm not far enough to really get a hold of it. I will say there have been segments that I really like so far. There was one underground combat segment where it's me and Riku. Yes, me and Riku, and there's like a
Giant fish thing.
Yeah, and it does the thing where it kind of swims away, and then it gives us the option of like, all right, do you want to hang out or do we want to like try to pincer it and like come from both sides? I like that type of shit. That reminds me of kind of like what they do in even modern Persona games, and so I'm already into.
Eddie Dean in the chat says, Tim, tell him who plays Waka.
Oh, I learned this.
Bender.
I realized because I was sitting there and I was listening to him talk and I was like, what is the accent is he Samoan? Like I can't tell what this accent is. And somebody in chat said Bender and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can kind of put it together.
What I really love about the combat in Final Fantasy X is that it's truly turn-based. Like Final Fantasies mainly have the like active time battle, right? Which is, it's turn-based, but it's like so much more active. This is way more chess-like, where if you, or like Pokemon even, right? Where it's like, if you don't touch the controller, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're not going to attack you. And like having I forget what they call it, but in the top right corner, you see like the turn order of everyone. It's like, oh man, it's just like a different type of game. I love this. I love it so much. Guess what I'm playing right now?
What's that?
You'll never guess. In my final moments, which continue to just get delayed more and more and more. I went to the doctor yesterday for G, and they're just like, this baby's continuing to grow. And they gave us a deadline date where if it's not out by like January 25th, they're like, we're making this thing pop. We're taking this thing into the world.
Wait, so you don't think I'm going to win the baby pool then for my birthday?
Probably not. We don't think it's going to make it to February here, but I've been kind of just like, now that we've got a lot of the prep done, I've just been like, all right, similar to what you're saying, like it's a little slower in the year right now in terms of video games, and I'm about to be gone, so it's not like I'm playing things for a review or anything. So I'm like, I'm gonna play some games for me. I'm just like, what are some like comfort food things to go back to? So I've been playing through a bunch of the Metroid games. I did Zero Missions and Super Metroid and Fusion and things like that. But I was like, I want to do something, switch it up a little bit. So I started playing for the first time in decades, Chrono Trigger.
No shot, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
About 4 hours into Chrono Trigger, having a great time. It's just like, it's been so long, and I've been waiting because I feel it in my bones that we're going to get that HD 2D remake at some point. So I've been trying to hold off, but I'm like, this is a great time. I'll just replay it when that happens anyways. And I've been having such a nice time with this game, and I feel like the heavens are shining down on me specifically because this morning, I didn't know this year's the 30th anniversary of Chrono Trigger.
No shot.
And they did an orchestral concert in Japan and released the CD of it. So now I have the orchestral versions of the songs to listen to. They've done it before, but this is like a 2026 version. And I'm like, oh man, this is great.
That's awesome.
30th anniversary.
Yeah.
What's the over-under this year, Tim? If they actually do it.
We've been
waiting for it for years.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's time. At the clip that they're pumping out these Octopath Traveler games, like, they could do it, and the Dragon Quest games.
Well, they've also got the Man with the Stupid Hat game coming out this year too.
Exactly, though. But
it's so funny because
popping them out.
They're remaking things that they don't necessarily need to remake. Like they remade Live Alive, a game that I didn't know I loved, and I played it. I was like, oh shit! If they're going back to Live Alive, I think Chrono Trigger. There's a reason.
It's gotta happen.
Maybe they're waiting for the 30th anniversary. There's a reason they haven't done Chrono Trigger yet.
Here's something I will say though: 4 hours into Chrono Trigger, and I'm playing on Steam. And when the Steam release first dropped, everyone hated it. There was a trend a couple years ago that like all the Square games from that generation were being ported, and they did that smudgy up-res bullshit where it's like the emulation, the characters just look like garbage.
Yeah.
And they've since fixed that. And they've added ultra-wide support. They've added like all this stuff. The Steam version of Chrono Trigger is amazing. And I'm playing it, I'm like, we really don't need a remake of this. I want one, and I think it'll be good for the game and the IP and getting out to a bunch of new players, and like it'll look gorgeous in HD 2D, but the art style holds up, especially in widescreen, and the look of it now when they added like the original pixels back, I'm like, this is kind of just like the definitive version of this game. Like they somehow quietly pulled it off with updates.
But do they do a tactics and include voice acting?
See,
which that is the killer thing.
You read my mind, Barrett.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Who would you cast as Chrono?
I don't know. I don't know.
Ben Starr does his best.
I mean, it's not Ben Starr be
no,
everyone. Yeah.
he's
Frog.
Yeah, that's
he
actually
would be a
like
really
that.
good
He'd be a
Frog.
killer Frog.
That'd be hilarious.
I don't know. That's
Frog
a good
is
question.
so cool. He's so cool. Anyways, the story for another time.
Who should voice
blessing.
Chrono?
I hope by the end of this episode, I'll have a good answer.
I'm looking forward to a banger Barrett answer for this.
Okay.
Remember, if you're watching live, be a part of the show by super chatting on youtube.com/kindafunnygames. We couldn't do this without our Patreon producers on patreon.com/kindafunny. So thank you, Karl Jacobs, OmegaBuster, and Delaney, the Somm, Twining, for not speaking with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. It's time for some news. We have 6 stories today.
A baker's dozen.
Yep, there we go.
I love
Damn
it.
it.
I love it.
I like that it was just one really angry
tried.
spurt right out of the
We've all
butt.
been there.
Number 1, Microsoft might have just leaked Forza Horizon 6's release date. This comes from Tom Warren at The Verge. Microsoft is getting ready to show the first gameplay of Forza Horizon 6 next week, and it might also be ready to put a date on its release too. Ex-poster Xbox Infinite claims they received a Forza Horizon 6 pre-order notification inside Forza Horizon 5. implying the release date of the new title is May 19th. I haven't been able to reproduce the message myself, but the X poster claims it appeared in the garage section of Forza Horizon 5. Sources tell me that Microsoft has been planning to release Horizon 6 in the May timeframe, so this date does align with Microsoft's plans. The notification also notes that the premium edition of Forza Horizon 6 will include early access on May 15th, as well as VIP membership, a welcome pack, car pass, and time attack car pack, 2 premium expansions, and an Italian passion car pack.
Wow.
Are also coming post-launch, according to the leaked notification. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Mid-May puts it a few weeks before 007 First Light and Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. And really, those are the only 2 big game releases we have in May so far. So this being a third one makes sense.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome. Forza Horizon 6 is in my top 5 most anticipated games of the year this year. I'm really looking forward to this. It's funny. I feel like whenever games say they're taking place in Tokyo or Japan, automatically there's a hype to that. I for some reason I want every open world game to go to Japan. And Forza Horizon 6 already they could have said they were going anywhere. I would have been like, I'm gonna play Forza Horizon 6. I'm excited for this. I love this series of games. But yeah, I'm particularly excited about this one. I want to see what that gameplay looks like. I want to see like what the energy is. I think one thing that I've appreciated about Forza, but I think it's tough to try to replicate each and every time, is having like that festival high energy. Oh, we're in the countryside. Oh, we're hanging out in Europe. Oh, we're in Australia. Oh, we're in Mexico. I feel like when the first Forza Horizon game I played was Forza Horizon 3. When that first hit, that hit for me like crack. I was like, man, this feels good. And they've kind of been able to like replicate that, but I feel like as we get further and further with Forza Horizon, it kind of just feels like dipping into kind of like that same energy. I want to see if in this game they can kind of like find not a new energy, because I want that upbeatness to it, but I guess like a unique kind of thing to it, a unique vibe. I don't know. Yeah,
Horizon 5 was kind of my real entry point to the franchise. Like I'd played the Fast and Furious DLC for, what was that, Horizon 3, I think?
I don't even remember.
It might have been 4. Like it was like 2015 or 16, but just played that for a little bit and had a fun time with it. But Horizon 5 was really where I was like, oh my God, this game is awesome. And I love that it took this long to get to Japan, because I feel like now is the time.
Yeah.
Like technology-wise, because it's going to be beautiful.
Oh, like, it's gonna be gorgeous.
Horizon 5 was already beautiful, but like, yeah, just where we're at with this generation of consoles, like, oh man, we're going to see some vistas. We're about to see some sunsets. We're about to see so many cherry blossom trees and petals.
So many cherry blossom trees.
That's going to be so damn cool. But yeah, May feels like a good date. The thing about Forza Horizon 6 is I feel like there's not really any bad date for this game. So
no, like the only bad day would be the same day as GTA 6.
Exactly, right? GTA does have that vortex around it. But I feel like Forza, I feel, is kind of immune to that kind of sales conversation because of the type of game it is and because of the prestige that the title has now. Like, remember, Forza Horizon 5 won IGN's Game of the Year when it came out. Like, that's a big deal for a racing game. Like, that, I think, put a lot more people onto what a ton of people already knew was an amazing video game, but it's on a different level of conversation. So the excitement going into 6, I think, is like at an all-time peak here. So they have the road in front of them for a massive, massive hit. And I do think that it being in Japan does allow, I thought Mexico had a lot of fun vibes too with like the festival, but like I think the Japan one could be even better.
Yes, exactly. I'm excited about this. I think there's also the thing too where Forza Horizon kind of feels uncontested. Of course, there's other racing games, but at the level of quality that they're putting out, a fast-paced, open world racing game that kind of brings us that energy of a Burnout Paradise, or brings us the energy of something that leans more arcadey, even though I think they kind of exist in this in-between space of semi and arcadey. There's nothing really like it. So like really Forza Horizon only contests Forza Horizon, which I think kind of lends itself to what you're talking about as far as, yeah, there's hype for it, right?
Yeah.
People are anticipating it. It can kind of come out whenever and people will show up to it because there's not really many racing games like Forza Horizon, even though, have you seen this game Screamer that's coming out? Screamer, yes. It is the return of an older racing game series, but it's being developed by people who make racing games. I forget which one. It might be like F1 or like some other kind of like simi type of racing game.
Hot Wheels Unleashed.
No shot. They made Hot Wheels Unleashed?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Then they made that and they made others. But it's basically think what you think of when you think like sim, like traditional racing game, but with a bunch of anime bullshit injected
love
into
that.
it, like anime cutscenes.
Oh shit!
A big
yeah,
story
really
mode.
This was at Game Awards.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, okay.
Oh, was it? Okay, I was wondering where I saw this.
Thought
last.
it was. Maybe I'm hallucinating.
Maybe not Game Awards, but like this is now looking a little familiar.
This is another one. I was doing a look through of all the games coming out this year, and immediately I was like, "Oh, this is in my top 10 most anticipated. I want to play this game desperately." Like,
Oh, that's cool. As
you
hell.
see how, like, this is you're watching an anime right now with a really cool art style and all that stuff. But then when you cut to gameplay, it is a straight up, "Oh, this is a racing game."
Barrett, can you push
Yeah, that
forward?
was a story. That was a story trailer specifically. Let me. I'll pull up a gameplay trailer for you.
It's
I
kind
think
of
they
John also said it
just
was
announced-
Game Awards. Was it this year's Game Awards?
Yeah, I remember
Really?
being in the bar when we were doing when I was down in LA and we saw it on the television.
Huh. Maybe I went to the bathroom.
I think they also just announced the homie Alex Lee and Troy Baker as voices in this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And this looks freaking rad.
this looks fucking awesome. This is kind of what I wanted from the last Need for Speed game.
Yeah.
when they
Which
when
it kind of scratched that itch.
A
but
little
just
bit.
a little bit.
Just a little
They
bit, like,
tickled the itch.
they had like graphics and UI that would pop up that kind of had like an anime-ish flair to it, but this is leaning all the way into, hey, we have cutscenes and a story that is anime shit, and then you get into actual races, and it looks really fun. Like, it reminds me a little bit of like kind of like some old school or older Need for Speed games.
Yeah, I am a little concerned. I don't really like it when racing games control where it kind of feels like the rear
Loading a little
wheel
bit.
drive. You know what I mean? Like it's like the
Yeah.
back. So like the look
get
of
what
this,
you
a
mean there.
little concerned there. Oh damn it! It went by in the chat, but they brought up Auto Modelista. Do you remember that?
Yes,
Hell yeah.
we talked
So,
about this.
We probably
We've
did.
talked
This
about
sounds like
this
a
on, like,
Tim
a
and
shit
Bless
list.
conversation.
Yes.
Yeah. But Auto Modelista was a PS2 game that was like back during the cell shade boom of the early 2000s where every game had to be cell shaded, but it was a racing game and it looked so sick. Like,
God.
it was just the coolest.
I want
looking
us
thing
to
ever.
bring back, and I guess we are with Screamer and the new Forza coming out, right? Like, let's bring back just kind of like more unique racing games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's bring back a Burnout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Bring back Burnout.
Figure it out.
Now, to bring it back to this a little bit, Tim, what does this do for you as far as Fable?
That is interesting, right? So that kind of goes back to what I was saying of like this game can come out whenever.
Yeah.
Like I really don't think it's going to be too affected sales wise. And another thing to bring up is like this game killed on PlayStation 5 when it released years later, and that was last year. So again, there's just more energy in a positive direction towards the Forza Horizon franchise than there's ever been. So I kind of feel like they're in prime position. May seems to be all right, cool. They're choosing that for a reason, and Xbox knows they have other games to contend with. Xbox also has proven they don't really give a fuck, and they'll just put things out week after week if that's what they have because of their Game Pass model and everything. So Fable, I don't think this release date has anything to do with where that game releases. I mean, I don't think it's going to be before May 19th. I'm still not confident Fable's this year. Fable to me is a big question mark, and we'll see next week, but I'm not confident we're going to get a release date next week.
Yeah, I think next week they'll say 2026. I don't know if I'll believe 2026 when they say it. I think it'll be a wait and see of how, when we get further into the year, what does the lay of the land look like? How much energy is GTA absorbing? Does it just make sense to push Fable into spring of next year instead of maybe releasing it in the fall? Because I guess for me, Forza Horizon 6, you're right that like with Xbox's strategy, they could just release Fable in June maybe. But I feel like from the same studio, you almost want to at least like maybe have like a 2-month buffer. I feel like that's just a lot of weight on the studio.
Yeah,
And the
I'm
resources
thinking about
and all that stuff.
Obsidian, right?
Yeah, but even Obsidian, it's like, all right, you had your first game come out when we were talking about last year, right? You had one in February, one in July, and then one in like October.
Yeah.
So it's like
But
you had three
spread
different,
out.
you know,
They had
parts of
3
the year.
games last year. Barrett?
My prediction next week when they announce a release date for Fable, it'll be September. Whether it actually comes out in
Yeah.
September,
September, okay.
we'll see there. But
Yeah.
I could see that kind of going from summer into the fall, giving a couple months before they tried to release Halo for its anniversary around the same time as GTA 6, all that.
Yeah. I mean, there's also Gears and then there's also Halo. I think Halo's the easiest one to pinpoint. It's going to be November 15th. Like, it's going to be the 25th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
But I also think that that's the least consequential in terms of these games, like it being.
You don't think that's too close to GTA?
I mean,
It is.
It is what it is, though, right? It is the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, but like, I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
I totally get that.
yeah.
But I feel like what's more important is that the game gets air when it comes out.
You're right.
I'll just push it the month
But it's
before.
also a remake of a game or reimagining from what we've heard, right? Of a game that we've already played before that is apparently only going to be the campaign. That is what 10-hour campaign?
Yeah.
From what I remember, like
Totally. I mean, max. Well, there'll be a couple of new levels, but
yeah.
like 11 hours then.
if I'm on the Xbox marketing team, I'm busting open the doors to Halo Studios, and I'm like, hey, fuck your anniversary. Put this thing out at a reasonable place. Let's not put it out 4 days.
Well, that is
the
the thing,
same
though.
week as GTA 6.
It's not even just Halo's anniversary; it's Xbox's anniversary, and Xbox is going hard with their Xbox 25 thing, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. You're making very solid points.
Yeah.
But and then there's also Gears E-Day, right?
Yeah.
Which also is that this year or not? I think
I
there's
believe Gears E-Day being this year for some reason
Over
more than
Fable?
Fable. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess they're kind of in that same conversation.
we've seen more of Fable, but that's just because it was announced earlier.
Yeah.
They just keep talking about it.
Yeah, it's tough. It's
Yeah.
tough to place all these things. But I think, yeah, it's just the thing where Xbox has so much happening on that bigger scale. And I just don't know if it's even, I don't even know if it's worth releasing everything this year. Like, what does Xbox have coming next year anyway for software?
Yeah, I mean, I
Clockwork
think it is
Revolution?
worth if they have the ability to put out all their biggest titles this year on their 25th anniversary.
Mhm.
I think they should. Like, I really think that and a lot of this is also the games need to be good. You can't just put out games,
Yeah.
like, especially when they are your core franchises. Like, they need to kind of hit. So I also think that the PlayStation 5 side of it is very interesting, right? This will be Halo's first time on PlayStation 5. I imagine it's going to sell better on PlayStation 5 than it does on Xbox. And like that Game Pass is taken into consideration there as well, right? But like Forza is not PS5 day and date, right? Which sucks. Like, God, that would be so awesome if it was. And then, can you imagine how much it would sell if day and date was on both consoles? Like, that might be one of the like top 5 highest selling period of the year.
Yeah.
But, yeah, God, GTA.
GTA, I know, it's such a big
man.
thing.
And is it even this year?
I mean,
at least it's so far in the end of the year that like if it were to get delayed, I don't think it's going to have too much of an effect on the end of 2026. You know what I mean?
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because it's like there's a lot. They gave the rest of the developers out there and publishers just enough runway to like
Get
have
your shit out.
up till October.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even early November, they're fine.
Oh, yeah. I think
Right?
as long as you're just not after GTA, then you're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like even the same way, like I think that's where the Halo coming out on the 15th thing, I'm like, that's 4 days before. That's cutting it too close.
We got Paris in the chat. I see him itching to get off the bench. Paris, can you call in? Barrett, do we have the capabilities to have him voice only? We could do just to keep this simple.
Paris, our line is open, voice only. Whenever you want to drop in.
This is the one thing I'll say to extend this conversation even more than it needs to be. I also think what's looming is hardware and how things have gone with RAM prices and tariffs and all this shit. And is next gen later now than sooner, right? Like if you would ask me maybe a year and a half ago, I would have said, oh, I think the next Xbox probably 2027. Now, if you ask me, I'm like, hey, maybe not. Maybe we're talking about 2029. Maybe we're seeing if we can stretch this thing out further past. So if that's the case, should you take your time? Should you be like, yo, Fable doesn't need to come out because the next gen Xbox, like we're not racing towards next gen anymore. We have more runway for you to maybe put your games out later.
Oh, that's a conversation that I want to have. But Paris Lilly, what's up, man?
What's up, Tim? Am I gonna see you next week? Are you still gonna be in the studio next week?
Maybe. It's out of my hands at this point. The due date is 3 days from now, so
Oh wow,
we'll see.
I hope
We'll
I
see.
Get to see you.
But yeah,
if not, congratulations.
Thank
It's
you,
gonna
man.
Change your life.
thank you. I hope to see you, but we'll see.
Yeah. Honestly, I was being a little cheeky in the chat, but I do have thoughts on what I think Xbox's release schedule will be. So clearly, Forza Horizon 6 leaked in May. I actually think they go with a cadence of Halo campaign evolved in August. Fable is September. Gears E-Day is October. And you get Call of Duty a week or two before GTA 6 in November. And that way, they essentially go, all right, May, June, July, we take off, showcase, they're going to show new stuff. And then from August, essentially till the end of the year, they got a game coming out every month.
Yeah, I mean, that would be killer. And obviously I know GTA changes everything, and your Call of Duty point is very important as well, but I wasn't thinking about that. But how much does that November 15th date mean to Xbox 25?
So it's funny because I originally was thinking, oh, Halo, duh, you'd put it out on the 25th anniversary along with Xbox's anniversary. But I think you get that out ahead because the 15th is about celebrating 25 years of Xbox. So maybe they show the next Halo along with whatever this console is going to be on the 15th. Like, here's the future of Halo on its 25th anniversary. And then here's the future of our new console on that anniversary as well. That's what I think the 15th is probably going to be. And then, like I said, you get all their games out for 2026 ahead of that.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a good strategy. Are you confident in all the games hidden this year?
No, of course not. Fable in the fantasy draft.
Yeah, but where are you at right now? Like, now that we have one of the dates, probably, like, looking at Fable and looking at Gears, what's your confidence in each one coming out this year?
I have a lot more confidence in Fable. And by the way, Snowbike Mike is a freaking maniac for what he did to get Fable. But I have a lot more confidence in the fact that they're going to show it now. So that tells me they feel really good about it coming out this year. Gears E-Day would be the one now because it's not a part of the Dev Direct. I'm assuming we see this in June, and that would be the Dev Direct in June. But that would probably be the one I have the least confidence in. I think the rest of them will come out this year.
All right. Well,
sense.
thank you for calling in, Paris. Have a fantastic day.
Yeah, you too. And like I said, I will see you all next week, and I'm sure we'll be talking a lot more Xbox at that Dev Direct.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think
All right, see you later.
Call of Duty is the only one where I'm like, that's a bigger conversation as far as how much of a tail does Call of Duty need before GTA hits.
The thing about Call of Duty is I feel like I've always associated it as a November release, but I feel like the last couple of years, hasn't it been October? I
think it usually straddles, like, it goes between October and November usually.
I feel like it coming in October wouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah,
this year.
I would, if, I mean, obviously they can't get everything they wish for here, but if I could get in Call of Duty like 3 to 4 weeks before GTA, that might be the sweet spot. I think the closer you get, you're gonna, like, as soon as GTA comes, nobody gives a shit anymore, right? I think you're cutting off your sales at a certain point. That shit is gonna fall off a cliff. And not GTA, Call of Duty more so than other games, I think, kind of relies on that continual, like, hey, no, we're Call of Duty, we're selling for weeks and weeks and weeks.
For Black Ops 7, just recently came out November 14th. Black Ops 6 the year before came out October 25th. What I'm actually interested in, let's go to 2018. Which is where Red Dead 2 launched late October.
Okay.
Late October, okay.
So that was Red Dead 2 launched October 26, 2018. Call of Duty came out October 12th. So like early, like kind of
weeks.
First half of October. And then this is a weird year, but the 2013 Call of Duty was Call of Duty Ghosts.
Hell yeah.
What it was
that must have, I think that would have launched
that was a launch title, right?
Yeah, launch title
Xbox
situation.
Yeah, and then GTA 5 was actually earlier, so that was September. So
yeah.
They didn't really have to worry about that for the end months there.
Man.
We're gonna see a lot get revealed as we start to see release dates get planted. We're gonna learn a lot about what what strategies are, what publishers are like think about these games, right? Like, I would put maybe not money, but I would bet nothing real that we see Call of Duty come out a little bit earlier than usual.
Yeah, that feels right to me. But everybody, we went long on that first story, but it was a good one.
It's a good first story.
I want to let you know you can go get the Kind of Funny membership to get this show ad-free. But for everyone else, here's some words from our sponsors.
This episode is brought to you by Rocket Money. The amount of times Mike has signed up for something, forgotten about it after the trial period ends, and then been charged month after month after month is quite frankly terrifying. He didn't even realize he was paying for SoundCloud for 10 years until Rocket Money helped find and cancel his unwanted subscriptions. But he is not alone. So many people have at least one paid subscription going unused each month. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Thanks to Rocket Money, you can see all of your subscriptions in one place and cancel them within the app with just a few taps, saving time and avoiding charges. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/kindafunny. That's rocketmoney.com/kindafunny. rocketmoney.com/kindafunny. This episode is brought to you by Factor. It's a new year, which means new goals and even more things to take up our time. That's why so many of us here at Kinda Funny love Factor. Factor makes it easy with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs so you can eat well without the shopping or cooking. On many occasions, Factor has completely saved me and Jen when we needed it most. Choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. Enjoy even more GLP-1 friendly meals and new Mediterranean diet options packed with protein and good-for-you fats. Feel the difference no matter your routine. Head to factormeals.com/kindafunny50off and use the code kindafunny50off to get 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for a year. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Make healthier eating easy with Factor. Hey you! Join us in person for our live in review of Howard the Duck. That's right! Howard the Duck joins MCU in review Wednesday, January 28th at 7:30 p.m. at Cobb's Comedy Club for SF Sketchfest. You can come watch me do all the podcasts within a podcast you love. Andy will be going do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Nick will be shopping for pants during it. But everybody else will be there too for you to come hang out and see. All you have to do is go over to kindafunny.com/sketchfest right now to get your tickets before they sell out. Because coming watching a bunch of people talk about a very old Howard the Duck movie is really selling tickets fast.
We're back. Barrett?
I've thought a lot about it, Blessing.
Yeah.
A good answer for Mr. Chrono Trigger. And it's tough. It's a tough question when you have like the idea of what these people sound like when, you know, they're walking around these pixels, you know, thinking about them all the way back from your childhood. Mm-hmm. And there's one person that I think could nail the vision that I think of in my head for Chrono.
Mr.
He is
Bean.
the voice of the dude Hawks from My Hero Academia. He's the voice of my sad little boy Genya from Demon Slayer. He is the voice of Junpei Iori in Persona 3 Reload. It is the dude Zeno Robinson.
Oh,
I think Zeno
I
Robinson
like
would make an excellent Chrono.
There's a dude named Zeno.
Oh, you don't know Zeno?
I don't know Zeno.
Zeno's fucking cool.
He's
That's
cool.
fucking awesome.
He's a cool dude. I don't know if I've met. It's weird. We've been Twitter mutuals, I'm pretty sure, for a while. So I must have done something. It might have been related to Rooster Teeth or something. But ever since I followed him, I'm like, I like this guy.
I saw
He's
him
great.
for a second at Game
That's
Awards.
tight.
I was too nervous to have a full conversation with him, so I just like gave him a nod, and he gave me a nod. I was like, all right, cool.
Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to
I also
Zeno.
saw passed by the actor who played Zero from Holes. That was
That's
very
fucking
weird.
sick.
Oh yeah, shout out Cleo Thomas.
He was at the Comic-Con panel I hosted, and he like told me
Oh.
good job afterwards, and I was like, wow.
He's everywhere. I
that's-
see him.
he's everywhere,
I just
yeah.
see him places, and I don't know. I was at Disneyland for a bachelorette party, and I saw Cleo Thomas, and I'm like, why are you everywhere?
I love it. I love it. Let's get to story number 2. Nintendo's share price has dropped 33% in the last 5 months in Japan. This comes from Chris Scullion at VGC. Nintendo's share price in Japan is now 33% lower than it was 5 months ago. As noted by GameSpark, Nintendo's share price dropped to $62.70 on Tuesday, the first time the price has dropped below 10,000 yen since April 2025. Back in August 2025, the share price reached a high point of $93.23, the highest share price ever recorded for the company, but has dropped notably since then. While the reasons for a company's rise or fall in share price can only ever be speculated, it appears likely that the record high in August was due to Switch 2's smashing sales records in Japan and the US following its June 2025 release. The subsequent drop then can be likely attributed to such factors as a slowing of Switch 2 sales over Christmas and a lack of a killer app 6 months into the console's life. Shareholders will also doubtlessly be concerned about the potential of future price increases as a result of the increasingly high cost of RAM and ongoing tariffs, most notably in America.
Yeah, I think that last paragraph like does a lot of heavy lifting as far as why we're probably seeing this. Yeah, the RAM prices, the ongoing tariffs, but then yes, I think also the holiday period. And when in comparison to Switch 1, even though I think currently Switch 2 is still doing better than Switch 1 overall, I think you still had the thing with Switch 1 of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think that was such a trilogy of
high sellers
that when you get to that holiday season, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy my child a Switch and have an assortment of games that they might love, not to mention other games like I'm not gonna say it jokingly, but like games like ARMS, you know what I mean? Games like Splatoon 3, I think, or Splatoon 2 actually, that came out that year as well. You had, I think, a Xenoblade as well that year, if I remember correctly. Just a crazy assortment of Nintendo first year titles for Switch 1. I don't know if I'd say Switch 2 compares, and I think you could have the direct things of like, well, DK Bonanza is the Mario Odyssey, but as much as I love my guy DK, he's not Mario. Like there's not a Zelda Breath of the Wild necessarily. Like we have Metroid Prime, but that's more of a hardcore gamers game. Yeah, like I think really for big sellers, it's like, yeah, Mario Kart World, but Mario Kart World can only do so much heavy lifting as far as trying to get them sales going and trying to keep that stock price up for when we get to the holiday season. So this isn't something to worry about in my opinion, except for the tariffs and except for the RAM prices stuff. But software lineup wise, I think for me personally, I'm looking forward to seeing what years 2 and 3 bring as far as like some of those bigger hitters.
Yeah, I don't look at this as a concern at all, specifically because like it was a very anticipated console launch, so that's going to spike things. So I feel like that kind of got it to a point of being potentially even overvalued. So a drop like this isn't necessarily indicative of a problem. You add on all the tariffs and RAM and all that stuff, that is something that tech across the board is going to be dealing with, and we're going to see stock prices accordingly move down for a lot of different companies as price increases actually happen. Right now, this is all potential fear of it happening with Nintendo. It hasn't happened yet, right? We're also, when you compare the Switch 1 to the Switch 2, we just don't have enough information. We don't have the Donkey Kong sales numbers yet. Like we don't know how successful some of these games have been actually. And also Switch 1 at this point was out 3-4 months longer than the Switch 2 currently is, given the calendar year. So it is going to be interesting to see how it keeps going. What I do think might happen though is if the shareholders are angry and Nintendo have to look at this and be like, we need to do something to address this, I do have a feeling that this year we're going to get a couple black screens with text that say the follow-up to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is in development. Mario's next adventure is being worked on, like things like that like are the teasiest of teases. And I know people don't like that, but that's the type of stuff that gets shareholders to be like, okay, I have faith that this is going to be okay. Because the reality is, like, I think you'd be silly to not have faith in the Switch 2 at this point. Like, to look at where Nintendo was for the last 15 years and how bad it was during the end of the Wii U into 3DS, and how God, I don't know why I did this to myself. I really don't know why, but I watched Nintendo's, I think 2016 E3.
Why?
I don't know. I think it was just auto-played on my YouTube, and that just shows like what I YouTube all the time.
Was that
it
the
would
Muppets
end up
one?
getting there. It was the Star Fox Zero one. And just the games that they were talking about, I think Triforce Heroes was there. It was like the Mario Tennis on Wii. Like it was abysmal. And it was so hard to be a Nintendo fan back then. And that was split libraries across 2 consoles. And with where we're at now, it's just like, oh man, we're sitting pretty. Like I'm looking at the next couple months of Nintendo and I'm like, all right, cool. There's not like the biggest banger titles coming, but there's a consistent cadence of quality releases, whether they're Switch 2 ports with enhanced things to play with Animal Crossing and Mario Wonder and all of that. But then also a new Yoshi game coming very soon. We have a new Fire Emblem coming this year. We're still missing that like big round of like the big ones, but they're coming.
What are they going to be? Are they going to release the Zelda?
Well, that's the thing, right? Like at
Release
some
the Mario.
point, like at some point in the next couple of years, we're gonna get a big Zelda game.
What are we getting this year though?
It could be Ocarina of Time. I don't think it is right now. Like I'm not confident, and I was more confident last year that Ocarina would be this year. Now I'm thinking it might be 2027, but I really think it's going to happen.
We're missing. We're definitely missing, and it's not even February yet. That's when they do their big directs, and so we'll probably know this time next month. But yeah, we're missing like a couple pieces of the puzzle because Fortune's Weave is definitely one of the big like, okay, cool, this is gonna do great for your audience, it's gonna sell all that stuff, and then we're gonna get a new Pokemon game announced that'll probably come
Gen
out
10 next month is gonna be announced.
But like between all that, there's like a couple of things you got to fill in. Part of me is like scared that we're gonna have a couple of like those early 2020s. I think 2020 might have been one of the ones where it's like, oh shit, you didn't have anything. You know, like we had a Paper Mario in the middle of that year, and then it kind of felt kind of empty.
I'm not worried about that at all.
No?
This year.
Okay.
No, I mean, I feel like this is, we're still currently in the first year of the Switch 2, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that this makes sense for where we're at. Like, I would bet that we're getting Luigi's Mansion 4 this year.
Okay.
Probably in October.
Okay.
And like that has turned into a big heavy hitter. Like we're talking 10 million sales, right? Like that's a big game. So it's like, and when you have a lot of those, they add up, right? I think that it wouldn't be crazy to see a follow-up to Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Okay.
You know, and
okay.
Maybe early next year, but still when you're thinking about like the years of the Switch 2, like that would be within year 2.
Yeah.
Right? So anyways, a lot of their big selling games, I think we're going to start getting a lot of those like 5 million here, 7 million here, and that shit adds up.
Do you think, how much do you think Duskblood sells?
I don't know, man. Duskblood is such a roll of the dice to me where it's like I have learned that I should never doubt From Software at this point. Like Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon felt like is it going to have the sauce? It had the sauce.
Yeah.
Night Rain was like, is this a cash grab? It wasn't a cash grab. It's just like, yeah, at this point, yes, I'm betting on Duskbloods.
Got to put Mario hats in it. I want to see, I want to see the costumes. I don't want to see the costumes.
No, you can see them with the Mario Hitman crossover.
There you go. Yeah. Oh man.
Let's get story number 3. Hytale becomes the most watched game on Twitch on early access launch day. This comes from Rebecca Valentine at IGN. It's been a banner launch day for Hytale, the new sandbox game from the creators of popular Minecraft server Hypixel. In addition to a surge of players and a lot of positive buzz, it shot up to become briefly the most popular game on Twitch with over 420,000 viewers. Nice. This was observed first by PC Gamer, who earlier today clocked that it was the most watched game on Twitch and the second most watched category, only behind Just Chatting by about 43k views. At the time this piece was written, Hytale had dropped down to around 260k viewers, but it's still the most watched video game and third most watched category. It's a heck of a comeback story for a game that half a year ago was thought to be canceled entirely. Hytale, made by the developers of wildly popular Minecraft server Hypixel, was first announced in 2018 with an incredibly popular trailer and garnered plenty of buzz at the time. Riot Games took notice, invested, and in 2020 acquired it entirely. However, Hytale was delayed several times as its scope grew and just this past year was canceled entirely by Riot. Then in November, the co-founder announced he had acquired the IP rights back from Riot in an incredibly fast turnaround. He and the team got the game ready for an early access release today. What a story. That's crazy.
Crazy story.
In addition to the popularity on Twitch, Hytale's already made enough money to cover 2 more years of development, and its modding scene's already bustling day one. Wow.
That seems like such a fumbled bag for Riot. Like to acquire this game and be like, we're canceling it, and then for a few months later for it to come out and be doing this well. Yeah, I started hearing about this yesterday as it released. There was a big buzz around it. Like even before like people started playing it, it seems like Tim, there are whole worlds out there. There are whole worlds out there that we just aren't part of.
Man.
I never had a Minecraft era. I'm sure Mike can probably speak to this more. I'm sure Roger might be able to speak to this more. But like, I didn't know how.
I don't want to hear about Roger in Minecraft. I'm just going to say that right. I'm putting my foot down.
You don't want to hear about Roger in Minecraft?
No.
Why not?
Roger, I don't want to know what he did in them mines. You know what I mean?
Well, but
Roger's
like, that's
going to have
era.
some crazy stories. And I don't want to know him.
You
I don't ever want to know him.
Same.
Don't let it happen, Roger.
That's fair. But yeah, there was such a buzz for this that like for me came out of nowhere because I hadn't been paying attention, obviously, right? But it's super wild to see that, yeah, people want this. People were looking forward to this follow-up to Minecraft, or like this like a spiritual successor inspired game from Hypixel, I think was the name of the dev who had made stuff in Minecraft that people really adored. It's just really cool to see a story like this.
Yeah, it definitely is. It is also just crazy how like
there are whole worlds out there.
It's fucking Minecraft.
You look at it and I'm like, is this not just Minecraft? But maybe here's the thing. Did anybody just try making another Minecraft?
Did anyone just try?
Did anybody just try? Hey, what if you try to make Minecraft maybe a little bit better?
Wasn't that Terraria?
No, because that's like 2D,
2D, yeah.
pixel art.
It's 2D Minecraft.
It's a Minecraft-like, maybe.
Here he
shit,
is.
we summoned him.
Here he is. He's
We
coming.
summoned him.
I said I don't want to hear it.
Yes, people have tried to make multiple Minecraft things, especially around the Xbox 360 arcade era and the indie game section, because Minecraft, of course, famously was a PC-only game and did not come to consoles for a very long time. So I was in the mines playing the Z-Craft and all this bullshit all the time. Me and my friends were locked in. So yes, there was a lot of Minecraft clones back in the day, and some of them awful, most of them awful, but some of them less awful.
Did they look like Minecraft? Because Chad is listing a lot of things.
Yeah,
of
for
course, like Lego Fortnite and all that. But like Hytale just looks like if you showed me
Power World.
if you showed me Minecraft and you showed me Hytale, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you the difference here.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the move. Maybe me and you, Tim.
Yeah.
We leave this
Straight up
company behind. We leave behind your family
Yep,
and your
I'm
future
down.
child.
I've been waiting
And
for
we
you to
go
ask
into
me
the
this.
mines
Yep.
and create a new Minecraft.
Yeah.
And make it look like Minecraft.
There's never been a better time.
There's never
to
been a
create
better
new
time
Minecraft.
to make a new Minecraft. Riot bias. And then
Story
cancel
number
us.
4. Rockstar launches official marketplace for mods. This comes from Vicky Blake at gamesindustry.biz. Rockstar's launched an official marketplace for every server and every player to buy mods. CFX Marketplace. Rockstar, that sounds like a horrible name.
I thought it was like some NFT type shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. It is a weird name.
They announced the acquisition of CFX.RE, a Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 modding team back in 2023. CFX.RE is behind 2 servers, 5M and Red M, focusing on multiplayer roleplay. 5M was created in 2015 and Red M in 2019. Back in 2015, Rockstar Games and partner company Take-Two called the 5M server an unauthorized alternate multiplayer server that contains code to facilitate piracy, leading to the ban of 3 of its principal creators. However, the developer's policy for roleplay servers changed in November 2022, allowing the use of servers like 5M and Red M as long as there's as long as they are non-commercial, do not misuse IP or trademarks, and don't interfere with its official online and multiplayer services. This new curated digital storefront now hopes to give creators a place to share and sell their work, such as props, scripts, maps, and much more. For launch, the team has partnered with a curated list of creators, which Rockstar says it worked with while building the marketplace. Some of the listed mods are free, while bundles can cost several $100s. I don't like this, Bless. I'm just going to be honest.
No?
I'm sure there's some people out here that are like, yeah, this is a good thing. But like, there's something about this that I'm like, nah, shady shit's going on.
No.
The project will roll out in stages to ensure the best experience for both creators and servers owners. Every time someone's explained to me like making money off of mods, it always ends in a scam.
Always?
Every single time.
Wait, name one time.
Smash Brothers community had a really big deal with this last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
It was a whole thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did it have to do
Patreons were
with
involved.
Project M?
No, it didn't.
Okay, thank God. Thank
I
God.
feel like this is also just the entirety of like what Roblox is built off of as well.
This is where the conversation goes for me, because GTA Online for GTA 6, I think, is going to look a whole lot different than how it looked for GTA 5. I feel like if you pay attention to Rockstar in the last decade with acquisitions and initiatives and record labels, like stuff that they're launching, and hey, we're doing this marketplace for mods and stuff, I think GTA 6 Online might look more akin to a Roblox / like Fortnite marketplace of creating your own thing, more so than just the light MMO like thing that they had with GTA 5. Which I don't know how to feel about.
Yeah.
Like I think it's the obvious step because GTA is such a big thing, and because GTA RP and modding and creating GTA content online and creating custom GTA content in the game is such a big thing that this is kind of the natural next step for them to take. But for me, somebody who likes just playing online, I don't want to do any of this shit. I don't want to interact with any of this shit, and I hope this doesn't take over what it is.
Yeah, man. We'll see. Because I think you're right.
Yeah.
And I think it will. Story number 5. Oh, baby, strap in.
Strap in.
Multiple Ecco the Dolphin games officially in development. This comes from Sal Romano at Gamatsu. Several new Ecco the Dolphin products and games are officially in development. Developer A&R Atelier announced. They're a studio founded in Half Moon Bay, California. Oh, that's cool. It's like 40 minutes south. By veteran game developers, including original creators of Ecco the Dolphin. The series creator, Ed, the creative chief officer of A&R Atelier, previously announced plans to release remastered versions of the Genesis games Ecco the Dolphin and Ecco the Tides of Time, as well as develop a third Ecco the Dolphin game. It's been years in the making, and we're honored to bring Ecco back. Ecco's always been more than a game about a dolphin. He's a bridge between worlds. And finally, someone's saying it.
Is it?
While further details are currently under wraps, information regarding upcoming projects and partnerships will be announced at the Ecco the Dolphin official website.
Did you ever get past level 1 of Ecco?
No, not
Because
yet.
me neither.
No.
At what point does it turn into a bridge between worlds?
I mean, probably in the Tides of Time.
I just remember, like, isn't like the final boss fight or final thing like really crazy for Ecco the Dolphin?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but I
Yeah.
think that on some Games Daily, we looked up a long play.
I feel like
on
I've heard
YouTube
Mike
of it.
Minotti talk about.
Can
this
you
at
look
one
up a
point.
long play of Ecco the Dolphin?
Hold
and,
on,
like,
before we click off of the website, I will say Tim is covering a countdown,
oh.
and it says 2,353 hours, 8 minutes, and 47 seconds. I did the math. That is 99 days from now.
99 days away from the bridge between worlds.
All right,
I don't know how to feel about this. Because I want to see the long play. Because I think we've all, for some reason, have played Ecco the Dolphin.
Yeah.
But we just not gotten past.
It's because
the first
all of us
screen.
knew someone that had a Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
It wasn't us, though.
No, they had a Sega. Exactly. They had a Sega Genesis with Ecco the Dolphin at my kids' church. Like when I went when I was young, right? Like they had that and Shaq Fu. And I think those are the only two games that they had on
Yeah,
the Sega Genesis.
great.
Because they weren't gonna have Streets of Rage at church. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They couldn't have Sonic the Hedgehog for some reason.
He's too cool.
It was Ecco the Dolphin and Shaq Fu.
Ecco the Dolphin, man. I
but-
love that they're like tripling down, though.
Why? Why does this sound so haunted? Oh. Okay. Is this the first Ecco the Dolphin?
I believe so.
How long is this video?
It's an hour and 5 minutes.
Go to
I think
35
we need to
minutes in.
make Mike beat Ecco the Dolphin.
Is this the last level? Okay.
So yeah, that was the last level. Here's like a castle, maybe.
Oh, they got like puzzles in here.
Yeah, that's what Ecco the Dolphin is.
I listen. My only experience with Ecco the Dolphin is swimming around. I didn't know they had puzzles. I've never really understood what the gameplay loop of this game was.
It sure is a video game.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how they bring this back. What it looks like, because yeah, I am now convinced on the bridge between worlds.
Yo, is that a
aspect of
huge
it.
praying mantis alien?
Yeah, that looks freaky.
That is the final boss.
Fears of the Deep, man. Hell yeah, man. Ecco, baby. God, Ecco being back. Not just with one game, but several games. This is big news, Bless.
Yeah.
Big news. But if I want to know about something smaller, where would I look?
You'd go to our last news story, the Wii News channel, where we cover all the small news items you need to know about.
Here we are. The Animal Crossing New Horizons 3.0 update is out a day early for Nintendo Switch 1. Switch 2 still tomorrow.
Yes.
If you want all the fancy updates, you gotta wait. But otherwise, you can play now.
Get in there.
That's cool. From game developer, Ubisoft has confirmed it laid off 29 people at its studio in Abu Dhabi before the turn of the year. Sucks.
Sucks. Hate to see it.
Aerial Knight's Drop Shot launches February 17th on Xbox Series, PS5, and PC.
Let's go.
You'll love to see it.
Can't wait for this one, actually.
Hell yeah. PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium games have been announced for January 2026. The extra tier, you get Expeditions, a Mud Runner game, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Resident Evil Village, Darkest Dungeon 2, The Exit 8, A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead, A Little to the Left, Art of Rally, and then on Premium, you get Ridge Racer.
Mom, can I get Claire Obscure Expedition 33? No, you got Expeditions, a Mud Runner game at home.
That's good beer.
Good. Coming to Apple Arcade on February 5th, we got Retrocade, I Love Hue 2 Plus, Sid Meier's Civilization 7 Arcade Edition, and Felicity's Door. It Takes Two has sold over 27 million copies.
Crazy.
Damn, y'all.
That's Nintendo numbers right
Yeah,
there.
that is congrats.
Yeah.
It's like incredible stuff. Pocket Morty's shuts down on April 13th.
R.I.P. Do you remember Pocket
Damn.
Mortys?
No.
Rest in peace.
Pocket Mortys came out like a long time ago. I think
I'll pull
I
it
remember
up.
this show. I think KMGD is how I learned about Pocket Mortys. Like in 2017.
What is it?
You know, that's a really good question. It's a really good question. Barrett has pulled up gameplay here.
Oh, it's like Rick and Morty, but
A bunch of different Mortys.
You're catching them.
That's what it is. Yes, it's Pokemon, but with Mortys.
Yep.
Okay, that's it for Wii News.
R.I.P. Pocket Mortys.
Let's get to some super chats here. MaVR says, currently getting an Outer Wilds tattoo. Thanks for keeping me company. Ow, it hurts. Ow. That's cool.
That's really cool. I'm still trying to figure out what tattoo I want.
Yeah.
I keep like thinking about different like things I love, games, TV shows, movies, all this shit, and I can't settle in on like what do I want on my body forever.
I know.
It's tough.
I know.
Outer Wilds is a really good pick, though. I would get an Outer Wilds tattoo. I was talking to somebody about this a few weeks ago where they asked if you're on your deathbed and you could only experience one piece of media or one game, I think is what they were asking, before you pass away, what game would you pick? And I picked Outer Wilds. Yeah.
That's how you want to go out?
I think that's how I want to go out. Thematically, Outer Wilds like is a lot about
Yeah.
death and like kind of the inevitability of all of it. And I think it's just such a beautiful game. So I could see myself going out like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Should I do to you what Ben Bellevue did to me all those years ago?
Put me
Where,
on
you know,
my
I
deathbed?
think about tattoos so much for the longest time, you know, always getting cold feet of what I'm thinking. It's so important. Like, what do I get my first one at? And then, you know, homie Ben Bellevue comes up to the Bay Area. He's like, hey, I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Want to get a tattoo with me? I said, fuck, okay. And that's how I decided on the knife on my leg.
Why'd you get a knife?
It's the album art for the Front Bottoms album, Talon of the Hawk.
Okay.
So that was like, it was on the spot, 24 hours from now, I'm getting my first tattoo. What is it? I feel like maybe I do that with you, and that'll help you decide.
Do it with me. Yeah.
I love it. How many do you have now, Barrett?
So I've got the knife, and then like 5 months later, COVID happened, or you know, it was the knife, then the Zelda sword, and then COVID happened. So I didn't get anything for the longest time.
Very blade forward.
Yeah, I only had things that stabbed people for a while. Then we have Baby Deku. The Blink logo.
You had to balance it out, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I got knives. Let me get Baby Deku.
The Blink tattoo, the Hot Mulligan tattoo, the Persona 3 tattoo.
Look at this
a
guy.
now Paka flower that I got a matching one with Alyssa for. I think 7? And I'm working on my 8th right now.
Nice.
What are you going to get with Bless?
Well, I know what I'm going to get, but it's more about what Bless
Yeah.
wants to get, you know?
I know, I'm just so undecided. So many things.
Kyle LaBeouf says, my L watch continues. Tim, are you freaking out yet? One of the best moments of your life looms. # girl dad. Yeah, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out at all moments.
Yeah.
And it's Bless. Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
All right. People are so annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone is so, it's just, I can't, most people are being so like just great and supportive and understanding of stuff. I can't say a single thing without half the people being like, oh, you have no idea. And I'm just like, okay, guys, I understand I have no idea. What can I possibly say to you for you to be like, if I'm like, oh, dude, I'm as prepared as I'm going to be. Everyone's first reaction, you ain't prepared for shit.
You ain't prepared.
And I'm like, okay.
That's not helping me.
Okay, thank you. Just the type of guy I am.
I'm
Can't deal with
excited
it.
for you, Tim.
Thank you.
You're about to have a child.
I'm about to have a child.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Mikey Mogg says, I've been playing some Tim games the last month. I beat Onimusha, played South of Midnight, and about to start my first ever Final Fantasy in 16, and then I'm going to play Onimusha too.
Wow.
Hell yeah, dude. Live your life.
Holy shit.
That is awesome. Tomasa Abrams says, have you guys seen the new Aerial Knights drop shot trailer? It dropped this morning. Looks pretty sick.
This morning. I mean, let's bring it up. Let me see if I can find it. It must be on this Blue Sky or something. But yeah, every single time I see gameplay for that game, I'm like, I really want to play this. It reminds me of what's the game we all got obsessed with like 3 years ago? Fast paced cards. Barrett plays it all the time at his desk. Thinks we don't know.
Neon White?
Neon White, yes.
It's been a minute. I miss Neon White. Maybe I load that up today, Bless. Thank you.
Load it up at your desk.
Fuck, man.
Come on.
What a game.
There we go. This is the latest trailer. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't seen the trailer yet, but
Have you seen the
Aerial
gameplay?
Knight kicks ass. Oh, yeah. So sick.
Yeah. Every year I need to play like one Boomerang X
Yeah.
game.
Yep.
I Am Your Beast was the one from a couple years ago. I think this is going to be mine for this year. Yeah,
Dude,
sure.
everyone's just putting games out left and right.
Oh, yeah. If you're an audio listener, like the gameplay idea is that you're jumping out of a plane and then as you're diving down, you're like taking things out with your hand that's also a gun.
So cool.
And it has style.
It does. Good shit, everybody. Check it out. Aerial Knight's drop shots. Science Dog Official says, building my PC today. Wish me luck. Also having a higher end PC now makes me way more excited for Microsoft's slate of releases. Good luck, man.
Good luck.
I did it a couple weeks ago. It was one of the scariest things I ever did, hitting that power on button when everything worked. It's been weeks, and I still think about that moment.
Yeah.
It's just magical. Gaming is just so good right now, man. Yeah, am I using my incredibly overpowered PC to play Chrono Trigger? Yeah.
Is that your first
But
game
is
that
it
you boot
fucking
on this thing?
No, I've been playing a bunch of stuff, but it is funny that I am playing Chrono Trigger on an 83-inch OLED screen powered by a fucking.
I love that.
It's awesome.
That's what life's about.
Gabriel says, if we're talking racing games, we need to bring back Blur.
Oh, did I play Blur? Which one was Blur? That was PS3.
Yeah,
Right.
I miss out on Blur entirely, but yeah, that definitely was like in the vein of the Burnouts and just like.
Okay, Blur I might have booted. There's like one of them that I
arcade
remember
games.
playing, but I can't remember the name of it because there's like a handful of racing games from that era that kind of meld together for me. But I remember playing one that was like Burnout, where you're driving through and like you would have kind of like these set piece moments of blowing up a building or some shit, and you would take out cars or whatever.
Yeah.
Split Second, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yes,
That's the one.
Storm Story says, I'm curious about the skepticism around Fable making 2026 when it's originally dated for 2025. And we're seeing it this month. Gears feels riskier. Yeah, it's more just skepticism overall of big games. And
Yeah.
until there's like an actual date that seems close enough that it's not going to move. And even then it could happen. So
Yeah.
Remember we saw a full vertical slice of fucking Perfect Dark.
Then the game's canceled.
Game just no longer exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it's three things, right? Is what Tim says with like the skepticism around just big games period. It's that we've not seen as much of Fable. And then also it's just scheduling for Xbox. They have so many big games coming out. How much of them are going to jam pack into a single period with GTA 6 looming? GTA 6 honestly is the big factor for me as well, where it's like that controls schedules. Like
Yeah.
GTA 6 is a thing to worry about.
I was thinking about this recently. Like, how crazy is it that like 10 years ago, like, if we were talking about like a big game being canceled, we'd use Scalebound as the example.
Yeah.
And that was like such an outlier. Like that was the story that we use. And now we wouldn't even think about Scalebound.
No.
There has been dozens of games bigger than that. Like, Jesus. Oscar says Zeno Robinson's currently the voice of the main protagonist in the new Digimon anime, Digimon Beat Break. That's cool.
Hell yeah.
He's everywhere. Give him Chrono.
I still think about Scalebound, by the way.
Big Curse says, Tim, you have no idea, but also congrats. Rogue says, when we were expecting our first, the unsolicited advice we always got drove me fucking crazy. I vowed never to do that to new parents. You got this, Tim. And like, I've gotten a lot of good advice. I will say that. There's been a lot of good stuff, but there's just also just a bunch of people that I'm just like, it makes me unreasonably angry.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. What's a game that you wish you could uncancel?
Earthblade.
I love you said that because like I immediately jumped to like cancel it a different way.
I know.
And I was like, I don't think there's any game like that. You know what I mean?
Like,
I don't really give a shit about Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
So
I was like, I'm not a Harry Potter guy. I don't know. Yeah, Chad's saying Perfect Dark, Agent.
I don't know that I have. Fortunately, Star Wars 1313.
Oh,
That was the
Creative
first
Pro.
one that came to mind.
That's the best answer for me. Yeah,
that'd be my second.
but yeah, like I think I've been kind of lucky to not get any game that I'm like, oh my god, I want this, and it gets canceled.
Earthblade still hurts.
You know what? I would waste
Yeah.
mine because honestly, my answer might be Knockout City. I'd be like, even though it came out,
That's not a waste, dude. That's
but
not
like
a
it
waste.
didn't even get. We had our time with it. There's so many games like
No.
Perfect Dark or Star
we could
Wars.
still be having time with it, Bless. Think about one of the best competitive cartoon sports games ever of all
it's so
time.
good.
We could still be
It's so
playing
good.
it.
It's like
we
there's so
could have
many-
gone pro, dude.
There's so many like AAA like games that so many people wanted that I could give like life for a day, and I go back and I look at Knockout City and I'm like, you're coming back, baby.
Is Knockout City on my top 100?
It's like an arrow when you
Maybe.
take a character to the Lazarus pit when you know you shouldn't. It's like, come back, you zombie version of yourself.
The final super chat of the day is from Miss Sanchez Games, who says, Tim, people like to over-exaggerate stuff. Good parenting is just being thoughtful and a good partner. You got this, bro. You just have to be loving. You and Gia got this. You're going to love it. Amen. I love it. And like that's the type of comment I appreciate because it's like, you get it. You know what's going on. It's going to be hard. It's going to be the best. It's going to be all the things, right? Because that's life. Let's get to your wrong. See what we got wrong today, which it's me and Bless. So I don't think it's possible we got anything wrong here.
They know us for accuracy.
Kebab says Chrono Trigger's 30th anniversary was last year, March 11th, 95 in Japan and August 22nd, 95 for the US.
Oh.
Interesting. I was fed false information from the tweet talking about the orchestral album today. Shame on you, ex-user.
I mean, 31st anniversary still, that's special.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to my birthday in a couple of weeks. The big 3-1.
You've been able to drink for 10 years. Come on.
Hell yeah, dude. And the Kebab says the Switch 2 update is in fact live. I'm playing it right now. Turns out Rebecca forgot to download it and has updated the story.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Golden Spider writes in and says, GTA Online has already had user-generated content in GTA 5 since launch. There's always been tons of user modes, yada, yada. Here's what I'm going to hit you're wrong with my you're wrong to you. First of all, it wasn't since launch. They added in the custom content later on. All right, it took them maybe half a year or so, but it wasn't at launch. I was there. Secondly, that's not what I meant. When I say created content, I'm talking about crazy shit. I'm talking about Fortnite. I don't like having the one scares you for some reason because I want to turn into Greg all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm talking to the camera. But yeah, no, I'm talking more so like dev type shit, right? Like in the way that Fortnite is almost like, hey, we're putting Unreal Engine kind of like attached to this thing. Now you can have like games that come out in Fortnite. I am saying Dreams level. I am saying Roblox level. Why am I turning into Greg again all of a sudden? God damn.
And then the final one here, I like this. This comes from Fable Skepticism, saying not really you're wrong, but just some interesting info here. All the games shown in past Xbox Dev Directs have launched that year.
Okay.
So let's see if they keep that. Let's see if they keep that up. And I kind of believe it. I feel like that is a good point.
After Paris got on the phone, I think I am more convinced now that Gears is going to delay, or Gears will come out next year, and Fable might actually hit.
E-Day will not be this year. We'll see. This has been Games Daily. If you love what we do, please support us with the Kind of Funny membership on Patreon or YouTube to get all of our shows ad-free and a daily exclusive show. Enjoy the Gamescast next and the stream after that. The Gamescast is going to be another Kind of Funny top 10 of 2025 where we get a couple people here. I forget who's on today.
It's Mike and Greg.
Mike and Greg. And that's going to be a fun time. Hear about all of their picks. And until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.